Racer Divas, this is SuperZOMGBBQ, and today, what just happened? Yeah, everyone is going freaking nuts, okay? Season 3 is a thing. It's a thing. It's gonna happen. But, not yet. So, everyone goes into this PCC thinking, oh yeah, we're going to have a PCC, Divas PCC, and then the whole game's going to be reset. Just like before, yes, no problem whatsoever. Nah. Season 2 is going to continue into the fall, which probably means 3 months, I'd say. And if it's going to start in August, which is what it seems it's going to happen, this new tier, SummerSlam tier, which has pretty much been confirmed, details up over here, but that's in another video. We are talking about Season 3 in this one. Oh my god. 3 months time, we're expecting it. And if 3 months time is anything to go by, we're talking November, potentially just after W2K17. And this is something that even today, me and Biggie Dude and Edward were talking about on stream. We were talking about the possibility of them extending it past then, and maybe there being some kind of link between a new season and this. Maybe that's going to happen. It seems too coincidental for that not to happen. But it's very, very exciting. The timeline is, we are now going to have this Divas PCC. We don't know what's coming next, okay? But we know that at some point in the next few weeks, a new tier will be coming out. And that is going to be, well, we expect the SummerSlam tier. I would also not be surprised if the next event for teams is a Teams PCC. But let's move on from Season 2. Like I said, let's move on to Season 3. Let's just imagine, end of November going to December, potentially I could start off with Survivor tier from the get-go. That would be pretty awesome if they did that. But the biggest thing is that you are going to be able to play with not only your new Season 3 cards, but your Season 2 cards, and for the first time ever, your Season 1 cards. Which means this bad girl, I was going to say bad boy, Paige is going to make a return, but not just Paige. Now, you may remember that I have done various series called Defeat or Delete. Now, this is where I delete WrestleMania cards or other cards in Season 2, Season 1. I can now go back, and they have just activated the new card catalogue, by the way, upgrade to 165, which I think will probably further increase in Season 3. I can now go back to the feedback team, and the feedback team for Cat Daddy WWE SuperCard will be able to go through my history and go through the catalogue that I have, which is pretty easy in fairness. You just go to the card catalogue, Season 1, we go to WrestleMania cards, and you can see all these WrestleMania cards. I can now go back and get, for example, let's go to this Daniel Bryan card. They have said that certain cards will not be available. I imagine that Daniel Bryan card is probably one of them. But this John Cena card, for example, the beautiful US Championship John Cena, I can now go back to feedback and get that card back. This god-awful looking Kane card, which had one of the best backgrounds going, most horrible image of Kane you could possibly take. Kane there, Kevin Owens, I could go for this Lita card. There's a lot potentially happening. They could potentially be changing some of the arrows of the cards as well. At the end of the day, it's all very, very exciting. You've also got, obviously, this Randy Orton card over here. I can go back to feedback and just put a list down of all the cards that I got rid of for, Loyalty Fusion Chamber. I used for events. I used for PCC. I've gone away because I've deleted them for card catalogue space. And literally just ask it back. And it's, as far as I've seen, they will give it back to you as long as you earned it. So if they see in your card catalogue that it has been done, yes, you can go back and get that card from the feedback team. They'll do it, no problem. For me, that's great because I had 7 WrestleMania Fusion Pros by the end of Season 1, and I'll be able to use that in a new game mode in Season 3. Season 3 didn't sound already good enough. We're going to talk about something called Ranked as well in a second. But let's talk about how those Season 1, Season 2 and Season 3 cards are going to work. Now, we don't know about stats because they could always drop the stats down to make it a bit more, easy to read. Otherwise, You know, we're expecting the SummerSlam cards in Season 2 to be like 7,000, 8,000 points in terms of overall stats. Where we're looking at rest of the new cards going forward into Season 3, they're probably going to drop those card stats down and make them a bit more easier to, I don't know, read, because you get to like 10 or 20,000 stat points. It gets a bit silly. But Season 1, Season 2, Season 3 cards are all going to be able to be used in a new game mode called Wild. And that literally, I imagine, is just exhibition, but you're able to use anything you want to. There are no rules. It's just no DQ. Just go out there and just play. With that is unfortunate news for anyone who currently plays Season 1. Now, we don't know anything about Season 2. I would imagine that Season 1 will just disappear entirely, but at the moment they are only confirming that you will not be able to pull Season 1 cards in the game. So if you are considering getting any cards from Season 1, Season 2, or at the moment, my advice is just to push forward and get them and get them and get them, because by the end of Season 2, Season 3 will be here, and to get those will be over. But you can get pretty much, it seems, every card you had in Season 1 transferred over to Season 2 for use in the new Season 3. It looks pretty crazy. Ranked, however, I think is where a lot of the top players in the game are going to start loving SuperCard again. It is being designed as a way of tracking your overall, we say skill, but you know, there's not really skill in WWE SuperCard, it's just tapping a screen, but also it's more battling know-how, which is what exactly explains on the description for the game mode. Now, what it says on here is that it's about your collecting power, battling know-how, your ability to be able to beat certain players, and I would imagine over time the amount of games you win, lose, your win-loss ratio, that kind of stuff will be built into it. Now, with that mode, you will be able to play Season 2 and Season 3 cards in there, and the Season 3 cards will build on top of the Season 2 cards, whatever that means. I imagine that the cards will no longer become seasonable as such. There'll just be like a new app every year, but every card from now on will be able to be added one after another, as if they're kind of slotting onto each one, which might help with the whole licensing thing going forward, which will stop potentially problems of licensing, but who knows at this point. Money in the Bank, People's Champion, Ring Domination, Road to Glory, and King of the Rings all coming back for Season 3 as far as we are aware of now, and it's all about using all of your cards, not just one or two of them, not transferring some over to make some fancy new images because it looks nice. You're going to have to be able to take those cards and use them in Season 3. Whether this replaces the possibility of being able to have image swapping, we don't know in the future. Maybe that's something that needs to be added. The fact of the matter is what they want to do with the game, it sounds like, and I'm just reading this from the website directly, is that they want to have it centered around inclusion and competitive spirit that drives people to get the next event card. They want to focus it on the people who are basically driving themselves to play the game more than ever. And I think this just already it speaks volumes about their plans going forward. Every card you get, whether it be SummerSlam tier, whether it be WrestleMania tier, whether it be the WrestleMania Fusions, the event cards, every card now is now even more important going forward because it helps you in Season 3. And that potentially is something that's going to drive a lot of people on. I think what it now means is that WWE SuperCard is going to be played more than ever. Let me know what you think of the new Season 3 plans. It definitely sounds like the game is coming in 2016, not 2017. And it will continue. I believe Season 2 is going to continue until about November time. We'll probably have more confirmation as it happens, and they are going to do some reveals about the cards and how they look. Obviously, if I get access to those, I will let you guys know, but I would imagine those are very far off. Just like last time, Season 3 will drop, just like, there you go, there's new Season 3. We might see some new stuff with 2K17 coming out, but who knows at this point. It's all very exciting, cannot wait. I will speak to you guys soon because I'm done. I've got to get some PC PCC grinding done to get myself one of those Sasha Banks cards. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, what your thoughts, positive and negative, are. I think you cannot be negative about this. They've listened to feedback. They've listened to the biggest problem, which was people thinking that the cards they were pushing for and going for will be worthless. We don't know the exact terms of what that means going forward with being able to use those cards, but it definitely sounds like they are listening to the feedback that's been given. People feeling that their cards are wasted after they've got them because after a season it becomes null and void. This erases that argument and makes every event card just as important as the next one. Maybe people are going to be like myself, may spread the events over a longer term to get the cards, but not necessarily speed up and go and smash an event for it. And probably will mean that again events like PCC will start to slow down, so people can play more things like Money in the Bank as an example, or other event modes. Maybe there'll be other modes that come up in the future, who knows. People will be pushing to get themselves more pawns off the board. We don't know. Maybe the Fusion Chamber will become a permanent part of the game. Again, at this point, it's all speculation. All I know is that I am hyped as hell. I will see you guys soon. Remember to leave a like on the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more details about Season 3, SummerSlam tier, and everything else that goes on. The details about SummerSlam tier are going to go up there right now. You can see those and just basically check it out. Go and check that out because it explains everything about SummerSlam tier that we know so far. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Details in the description below for Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, so you can follow those. And I will see you soon. As always, one last thing. Solif!